DeepLink Station hovered on the fringe of the Milky Way, a resplendent beacon of metal and neon that linked 1,000 worlds. Its corridors buzzed with the diverse chatter of alien traders, diplomats, and scholars, each a visitor from far-flung star systems, their languages forming a symphony of the cosmos. At the heart of this interstellar junction, Alex, the station's human cultural liaison, stood alone in a modestly furnished room. Surrounding them, holoscreens flickered with a medley of Earth's finest memes cats playing pianos, toddlers sporting mischievous grins, and politicians caught in less than dignified moments. "Just think old Earth humor traveling light years across the galaxy," Alex murmured, fine-tuning the projector's settings. With each swipe, another vibrant meme illuminated their tense expression. The door chimed. Glix, a Zentari engineer with translucent skin and a web of delicate tendrils, glided in. His movements were smooth, almost serpentine. "Alex, is this endeavor truly worthwhile?" Glix's voice, filtered through his translator, carried a blend of skepticism and curiosity. "Will your Earth's jests resonate across the void?" With a confident smile, Alex turned away from the projector. "It's more than just jokes, Glix. It's culture. It's humanity encapsulated in pixels and wit. Imagine a single image, sparking laughter or contemplation across species. Isn't that the essence of our work here?" Glix's skin pulsed a soft blue, a sign of contemplation among his kind. "Perhaps, yet I am concerned that the network might not withstand such. Unfamiliar data surges." Alex placed a reassuring hand on Glix's gelatinous shoulder, a distinctly human gesture. "Don't worry, my friend. What's the worst that could happen?" Outside the room, the station's main corridor resonated with an unusually loud hum, a foreboding echo under the pulsing lights. As Alex returned their gaze to the screens, they couldn't shake the nagging feeling that they were about to find out. Alex guided Glix through the bustling corridors of DeepLink Station towards the grand auditorium where a significant cultural exchange was poised to commence. The station's halls were adorned with holographic banners, the fluttering digital flags of myriad civilizations in the intergalactic network. Their vibrant hues cast reflections on the polished metal floors, creating a mosaic of the galaxy's diversity. "So, Alex, these memes," Glix began, his voice echoing slightly off the smooth walls, "are they truly reflective of human culture?" "Absolutely," Alex replied, weaving through a crowd of multi-limbed Kraviks. "They capture snapshots of human thought, humor, and sometimes our absurdity. It's how we bridge distances, a digital handshake, if you will." Glix's tendrils flickered, absorbing the concept. "Intriguing, yet I remain apprehensive about the strain on our servers. Our systems are designed for data, yes, but not for chaos." Alex chuckled, a light sound that seemed to lift the air around them. "Chaos might be an overstatement, but I understand your concern. However, we've run simulations. Your fears, though appreciated, are slightly exaggerated." They arrived at the auditorium, a vast dome-shaped chamber with seating that spiraled upward in an elegant coil. The center stage was bathed in soft, ambient light, poised to highlight Alex's presentation. Technicians of various species worked diligently in the background, synchronizing every translator and preparing every screen to showcase the quirks of Earth's internet culture. As they stepped onto the stage, Alex gestured towards a large screen displaying a serene image of Earth from space. "Once we begin, that screen will showcase the best and brightest of what we find amusing. It's a risk, sure, but one worth taking." Glix hovered beside Alex, his body emitting a soft glow. "And what if your presentation transcends mere entertainment? What if it spirals beyond your control?" Alex met Glix's gaze, their expression a blend of seriousness and optimism. "Then we handle it together. We always find a way, right?" The auditorium began to fill, a symphony of sounds and colors as representatives from distant worlds took their seats. Curiosity was evident on every face, from the four-eyed Cetarians to the shimmering, formless Nahids. Glix glanced at the assembling crowd, then back at Alex. "Let us hope for laughter, not calamity." With a reassuring pat on Glix's shoulder, Alex checked the time. "Showtime," they whispered, stepping up to the podium as the lights dimmed, heralding the start of what could be DeepLink's most memorable or disastrous cultural event. The auditorium lights dimmed to a whisper, focusing a solitary beam on Alex, who stood at the podium with a blend of confidence and palpable excitement. The multi-species audience rustled in their seats, their diverse eyes fixed on the human poised to introduce them to an alien concept humor through human means. "Ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished beings," Alex began, their voice amplified and translated into myriad languages, each syllable cascading across the auditorium in synchronized translations. "Today, I present to you a cornerstone of Earth's culture memes. These are not merely images, they are vessels of our joy, our absurdity, and our means of coping with the universe's vastness." A large screen behind Alex flickered to life, displaying a renowned meme, a cat seated at a table, a plate of vegetables in front of it, captioned, "I should eat healthier. But I'm a cat, so I'll judge you instead." Laughter, along with its alien equivalents trills, clicks, and even luminescent pulsing from some species filled the room. Alex advanced to the next image, a dog donned in a lab coat. "Meet Science Dog," Alex continued. "He's here to remind us that yes, even humans understand the value of good science, albeit with a humorous twist." The reaction was mixed, some roared with laughter, others buzzed in confusion. Alex took a moment to elucidate the context, emphasizing Earth's affection for pets and anthropomorphism. With each meme, they narrated the background, aiding the aliens in grasping the peculiarities of Earth humor. As the presentation unfolded, the sharing began. Initially, it was just a few images transmitted across the local network by audience members to their kin on the station. But as more memes were displayed, the laughter grew louder and the sharing more widespread. Unnoticed by the jubilant crowd, the network's traffic light at the side of the stage began to flicker intensely. Glix, monitoring the network status from the wings, observed alarming anomalies. The data flow was spiking well beyond normal parameters. Glix floated over to Alex, whispering as they queued up another meme, this one depicting a toddler fleeing a peacock, humorously captioned, "Monday coming at me like..." "Alex," Glix buzzed quietly, "the network is under severe strain. The traffic has surged exponentially." Pausing the presentation, Alex leaned in, concern marking their features. "How critical is it? Can we continue?" "We should proceed with caution," Glix advised, his tendrils contracting with worry. "If this trend persists, we may need to pause the cultural exchange to stabilize the network." Resolved to press on, but heeding Glix's caution, Alex resumed the presentation, but moderated the pace, interspersing memes with more extensive explanations of Earth culture. They hoped this would temper the audience's enthusiasm enough to alleviate the network's strain. However, the digital fervor had already taken on a life of its own. Memes were not just circulating within the auditorium, they had started infiltrating the broader station network, captivating beings who hadn't attended the presentation. The allure of human humor, it seemed, was irresistible. As Alex displayed a meme about a space rover captioned, "Left my heart in Mars orbit," the laughter was now underscored by a station-wide alert. The screens flickered ominously, signaling that the network teetered on the brink. Glix's device now flashed critical warnings. "Alex, we must stop, now." Alex nodded, a flicker of disappointment crossing their face as they addressed the crowd. "My friends, it seems our excursion into human humor must pause. Our network is somewhat overwhelmed. It appears our memes are too potent." The comment, intended to lighten the mood, elicited chuckles and sympathetic nods from the audience. As the lights brightened and the crowd began to disperse, Glix and Alex retreated backstage, confronted by the network diagnostics, aglow with urgent reds and warning yellows. The meme sharing had been a triumph, but now they faced a new challenge, ensuring that DeepLink Station remained connected and functional amidst the viral spread of Earth's distinct humor. Backstage, the dim glow of emergency lights cast long shadows across the worried faces of Alex and Glix. The control panels buzzed and blinked with urgency, echoing the quickening pulse of the station. As they hastened through the narrow corridors toward the main network control room, The gravity of their predicament sank in. Glix, have you ever seen the network like this? Alex asked, their voice edged with concern as they rounded another corner. Not to this extent, Glix admitted, his tendrils pulsing blue with stress. The architecture is robust. It was designed to handle information from across the galaxy. But Alex, MEMS. They replicate, they spread, and they mutate. It's akin to a digital virus. They entered the control room, where screens lined the walls, displaying streams of data and diagnostics in a dizzying array of alien scripts. At the center, a large holographic display showed the network's status, a web of nodes now flashing red with overload. Okay, let's prioritize. Can we isolate the MEMI traffic? Maybe throttle the share function? Alex suggested, moving to a console. Glix worked his controls, his tentacles flying over the surface as he accessed different subsystems. I'm trying to redirect non-essential traffic and set up firewalls around the main life support and navigation systems. We can't let those fail. As Glix manipulated the network, Alex monitored the real-time feedback. Look, Glix! There's a surge from the residential sectors. It seems the MEMS have made it to personal devices. It's spreading faster than I can block it. We need a different approach, Glix said, his tone tinged with frustration. Alex took a deep breath, their mind racing for solutions. What if we introduce a counter-MEMI? Something designed to catch attention, but lead nowhere. A black hole MEMI to absorb the traffic and give us time to regain control. Glix paused, considering. It's unorthodox, risky, but it might just work. I can code it. Keep an eye on the life support systems. Minutes ticked by like hours as Glix coded the digital decoy. Alex watched the network diagnostics, calling out fluctuations and failures as they started popping up across different sectors of the station. The atmosphere was tense, a palpable cloud of digital chaos that seemed to seep into every corner of the room. Done, Glix finally announced. Deploying now. Both watched the main screen as the counter-MEMI, a simple, captivating animation of a galaxy spinning slowly, was released into the network. Slowly, the red flashes began to diminish. Glix, you did it. It's stabilizing, Alex exclaimed, their voice flooded with relief. But the victory was short-lived. Alex, look. Glix pointed to another part of the screen. The commercial district's network node, it's failing. The safeguards aren't holding. Without hesitation, Alex grabbed a portable device. I'm heading there. Maybe I can reroute their local network manually. Be careful, Alex. The district will be chaotic, Glix warned, his voice tense with concern. Navigating through crowded halls filled with confused and anxious station residents, Alex reached the commercial district. The area was in disarray, with screens flickering and alarms sounding intermittently. At the local control hub, Alex quickly set up their device. Back in the control room, Glix monitored Alex's progress. He noticed a slight easing in the data flow, the commercial district's node beginning to recover. Glix, I think it's holding. I'm going to set up similar patches in other critical areas. Alex's voice crackled through the communicator, full of determination. For the next several hours, Alex traversed the station, patching and stabilizing, while Glix managed the overall network from the control room. Gradually, the crisis ebbed, the network regaining its robust stability. Exhausted but relieved, Alex and Glix reconvened in the control room, the emergency lights now replaced by the standard soft lighting of the station. We need to figure out how to prevent this in the future, Alex said, leaning heavily against a console. Yes, Glix agreed, his tendrils relaxing slightly. But also, we learned something valuable today about the power of human culture. Alex managed a tired smile. Yeah, who knew memes could nearly bring down a space station? They shared a laugh, a moment of human-alien camaraderie forged in the digital fires of meme mayhem. As the digital dust settled on DeepLink Station, Alex and Glix convened in the central recovery hub, surrounded by blinking consoles and a team of dedicated technicians from various species. Each was deeply engrossed in analyzing the post-crisis data. The air was thick with the electric scent of ozone, a remnant of the network's overdrive. "We've stabilized the main functions," Glix reported, his tendrils glowing with a soft, steady blue, signaling calm. "No critical systems were permanently damaged, thanks to your quick thinking." Alex nodded, weary yet relieved. It was a close call. "We need a comprehensive plan to manage this kind of cultural traffic in the future. Maybe a separate subnet for non-essential data?" Glix floated over to a large screen displaying network usage statistics. "A subnet could work. We'll allocate bandwidth specifically for cultural exchanges. It would prevent this kind of overload and keep our primary channels clear for essential communications." A technician, a small rodent-like creature named Tick, scurried over with a datapad. "We've compiled the traffic logs." The surge was unprecedented, but gave us valuable insights into our capacity limits and weak points. "We can fortify these areas." "Good work, Tick," Alex smiled, taking the datapad and scanning through the logs. "Let's use this data to build something robust. A meme won't take us down again." Glix chuckled, a sound like crackling static. "I must admit, Alex, your human memes are potent. I understand their appeal now." Alex laughed, the tension easing out of their shoulders. "They're powerful, all right. Maybe too powerful." With the crisis behind them, they organized a debriefing session. The auditorium, once filled with the lighthearted laughter of cultural discovery, now hosted a serious congregation of DeepLink's department heads and representatives from various galactic communities. Alex took the stage once more, this time to discuss the lessons learned rather than to share human quirks. "We faced a unique challenge today," Alex began, addressing the diverse crowd. "Our cultural exchange opened new doors, but also showed us the risks of unfiltered cross-species communication." Glix joined Alex on stage, adding a technical perspective. "We're implementing new protocols, including a dedicated subnet for cultural content. This will ensure our network remains strong and stable, capable of handling both the essential and the enjoyable aspects of our interstellar community." Nods and murmurs of agreement filled the room. The fear of uncertainty had transformed into a collective resolve to strengthen and expand their capabilities. After the meeting, as the attendees dispersed, "Your presentation was most enlightening. We are eager to participate in further exchanges, with the new safeguards in place, of course." Alex grinned, heartened by the support. "We'll be ready. Next time, maybe we can explore Nahid humor." As the crowd thinned, Glix and Alex lingered, looking over the auditorium that had been the epicenter of both panic and recovery. "Alex, do you think every species has something like memes? A way to bond over humor?" Glix asked, genuinely curious. "Maybe," Alex pondered, "or maybe that's our gift to the galaxy. Just like we've learned so much from others." It's all about giving and taking. The station hummed around them, a symphony of technology and life, its pulse now steady and sure. "Let's get some rest, Glix." "We've earned it," Alex suggested, feeling the weight of the day finally lifting. "Agreed," Glix replied, his tendrils illuminating with a gentle green. "Tomorrow, we continue building bridges." Together, they walked out of the auditorium, their steps light, their spirits buoyed by the knowledge that they had not only averted a disaster, but had laid the groundwork for a safer, more connected DeepLink Station. Life at DeepLink Station had resumed its vibrant rhythm. The corridors buzzed with the daily activities of its diverse inhabitants, and the recent memory crisis had become just a flicker in the station's storied history. Alex and Glix strolled through the newly established Cultural Exchange Zone, a dedicated section of the station for the safe, controlled sharing of cultural artifacts, including memes. The area was alive with laughter and light, its screens displaying a rotating gallery of carefully curated memes from various species. "Look at this one," Alex chuckled, pointing at a meme created by the Gorfians, a picture of their leader sporting a comically oversized fruit hat. "Humor really is universal." Glix, his tendrils glowing with amusement, nodded. "It appears so. I'm still amazed by how quickly everyone has embraced this concept. Our new subnet is holding up well. They paused at a display where several aliens were gathered, interacting with an interactive meme creating tool. Laughter erupted from the group as they crafted a meme featuring a mischievous tick caught in a humorous mishap.